Hello, today I want to make a video about something on HHO, which is I have a passion for. I've been messing with it for about 8 years. I've had several HHO generators on my cars, very successful. Loved it, love what they've done, the progression of it, and about 1.5 years ago, I guess I bought my last one because they all broke, and they all broke because of a flaw in the design that I see, which are the gaskets. Now, it's not a flaw in the design that makes it work or not, because they do work. And I actually love them. When they're on my vehicles, I get more power. I've gotten great mileage. I won't even say what it is, because someone will say, you're full of crap, but I know it works. And a lot of you out there know it works as well. And a lot of misconceptions of how it works. It's very simple. Gasoline and diesel are inefficient burning fuels. And when you add the hydrogen component to it, it makes all the fuel, either gasoline or diesel, burn. So you get a lot more power when you first put it on. The CO2 emissions out of the exhaust pipe come to about 0. You wouldn't need the catalytic converter to burn your fuel and things like that. So there's people out there who say it doesn't work. They haven't tinkered with them. They haven't played with them. However, I was going to install them. I was going to buy them and install on customers' cars. And there's people around the country right now installing them. They're doing 1 or 2 a day, making good money. You know, the install charge about $300, about $100 in wholesale profit to retail, and do pretty well. So, and then if you do it on tractor trailers or big trucks, things like that, you can make some better money. So it's a great business. However, if you're going to install something on someone else's vehicle, the last thing you want it to do is break and then come back. I've had 3 of these, like I said. The first one lasted about 1.5 months. The second one, a couple months, maybe 3. And 1.5 years ago, I bought one. They said, oh, it's the Cadillac. We fixed the gasket problems and the issues with the generator. And in fact, it guaranteed 33% MPG gain, which I did. I got more than that. A lot more power, runs better, quieter. Once you've had one on your vehicle and you hear how the engine works, you'll grow to love it as well. All right, well, my transmission went out and I took it off, and lo and behold, I said, oh darn, I got another. It's got a leak. If you know about HHO, it's a caustic solution. It'll rust out your frame faster than the road salt we have up here in upstate New York. Anyway, it was a great system, but it leaked again on the sides. The problem is, all of them are made with flat plates with the gaskets inside to make the cavity for the solution. And when you press together thin plates, you can't torque it down. I mean, it's not, you can't get a good torque on it. It's not like 2 big chunks of metal like on a head gasket, and you torque it down, and it's going to hold that gasket in place. So you get these gaskets. Now, you're not holding water, which is a big molecule or a liquid solution. You're holding gas now, and hydrogen gas, which is an extremely small molecule. So you get these leaks. Then with the gaskets, you got to flush them, and you can melt them if you overamp them and things like that. So about 1 year ago, I started developing a gasketless one. So this is a very crude, primitive first one I made. It does work. And I'm not showing you that to embarrass myself. It actually worked. So, and there was no gaskets, but on the top and the bottom, I used Bondo just because it was cheap, but it did work. And eventually the Bondo broke away from the steel, and then it leaked out there. So had a leak too. So my neighbor and I is an engineer. He kind of an engineer. Anyway, he fixed anything. We've been working for the last 6 months getting a dry cell, not a wet cell, gasketless HHO generator. We have a patent pending. It's in there now, and this is I just say a mock-up, okay? There's no gaskets. We can run it at 60, 80 amps. Doesn't doesn't burn out. You can go higher than that. You can heat it up. It gets hot. It's not going to matter. The reason they're so cautious about amperages and heat and everything is because the gaskets fail. It's just the bottom line. So we developed this gasketless HHO. We're excited about it. We're going to go to market in about a week. But if you're an installer, for example, well, if you're a tinker and you put it on your car, if you've had one of the other ones in your car and you have all the components, contact me and I'll sell you one. And if you want to be an installer and you want to install them in other people's car, you can put it on their car. You don't have to flush it. They're not going to see pieces of gaskets in their water bottle. And it's going to be maintenance free. So this kind of revolution I'm excited about. I'm not knocking the other ones because we learned so much from the other ones, and it's kind of the evolution. And now they want more LPM, liters per minute, on these generators. So they make 100 plates. Problem is 102 gaskets. The more gaskets, the more problem. Okay? And the next thing is when you have a 6x6 gasket and you put a 1-inch, a 6x6 steel plate, and you put a 1-inch gasket all the way around, you end up with 4x4. It's not 36 square inches of surface area. It's 16. Our round design on these make it tremendously efficient, and we're getting a lot of LPM. We'll put that out on the thing, but looking forward to bringing it to market. For people that install, people that have garages want to install something on somebody, man, you can put it on there and say, just add water. We're going to supply with the kit a Volo chip, PWM, everything to give you bang for the buck, that you can be confident when you put it on someone's car. It's going to self-learn. It's going to be durable, maintenance-free. Just add water, and it's not going to overheat and blow up, and you're not going to get leaks. So my email is gasketlesshho@gmail.com. I'll put it in the remarks block. For about another week, you can just contact me, and then I'll put another video up, and I'll show you it working. And we're going to have 3 models. I want to say one more thing. We want to deliver this at so that you can make money if you're an installer. And we're going to give it to truckers where they're not getting getting ripped off. What's going on with the plate ones is people we'll make a huge one to get more LPM, and then we'll charge the truck driver $2,500 for this thing because they're going to save $12,000 a year in fuel savings, and they do sell them for that. You can buy them for $7,000. There's some on there for $3,500. I mean, it's you don't need that much hydrogen, first of all, for it to work. It's not running on the hydrogen. It's making your fuel that you're putting in already more efficient, okay? So our tractor trailer kit is going to be under $1,000. Our large truck, large vehicle, I think it's about 5 something. And for the smaller car like this one here, it's going to be under $500. And you're going to be amazed at how well it works, and you don't have to worry about those stinking gaskets. Look forward to hearing from you. Gasketlesshho@gmail.com.